Hey, what is up everybody? I am Chance and we are back again today for another Our Life Beginnings and Always video. We're going into step 3. Let's get into it. Before we begin, guys, we have hit 75 subscribers on this channel. Holy crap. Like, that's a lot to me. I don't know. That seems like a lot of people. Thank you if you're a subscriber. Thank you so much. Just like, I think that's incredible. Just 25 more to go until we hit 100 people subscribed. Like, that is freaking crazy, and it makes me super happy. I've been having a little bit of a rough time at my job, so seeing your guys' comments and knowing that you guys like this content has brightened my day. And that is why I'm here right now, sitting down, playing this game, this really cute game, and showing it to you guys. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for going on this little Our Life journey. I don't know. Anyways, here I'm rambling. Yeah, okay. Shh. But we're going to change our hair color, and we're also going to change the hairstyle. Yeah, we'll stay the same. Alright, so, hair. Let's change it. What do we want? What do we want? Yeah, let's change the color really quick, too. Well, I really like the red so much. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. Yeah! Let's grow out our hair. This is what it'll be. Headscarf. Oh, that's nice. This game doesn't cease to be inclusive. Holy crap. Alright. Okay. Done. Relaxed fondness. I don't know what this direct fondness level is, though. All I know is it changes the eyebrows. I guess we can be more direct, relaxed, like approaching direct? I don't know what the direct means. But, oh, there can be love now. All right. But I think what we should do is we should have a... I don't know if this slider does anything in particular, but... a relaxed crush, maybe? Do we want to crush now? Let's do it! And you can't go back, I think, from here. I'm interested to actually know if this slider actually has different degrees. Like if this version of fondness, or I guess if this version of crush is different than this version of crush. Like which one? Yeah, I think we'll still be relaxed. I don't know, direct? I don't know what direct means. And so we're just gonna stay at relaxed. Ready. Begin step 3 at relaxed crush. Yes. Okay. Now, I remember from last time, this is Cove's stuff. So I don't want to touch his personality. I would like to look at it, but I kind of like that I kind of don't know what we're going to get, and it's all based off of what we've done. So we're not going to mess with it. But we will mess with his appearance because I thought that was really fun last time. So let's go ahead and do that. Cove! Look at that smile! Look at the short hair! Which version? Do we both grow out our hair together? Or does he have... I kind of like this short hair on him. Yeah, we're gonna go short hair Cove. Wow, oh my god, so cute! Yeah, we're gonna glasses 1. Earrings! You can have earrings? Can't see that one. Though I probably could. Here, let's see what it is if we mess with this. Oh yeah, it's one right up here. Huh. We'll give him one earring right there. All right, his shirt. I like this shirt right here. We're gonna go with that one. This is for his casual wear. So. All these are pretty good. That's too much white, probably. I kind of like these two together. It's kind of weird because maybe these might be sweatpants. I don't know. I like that. Okay. Oh, let's see. He had none. So let's see what we do here. Yeah, we can keep. I don't know. I kind of like that one. So that's what we're going to do. And now the necklace. None. Or we gotta keep him with a little bit of a sea theme, right? So that's what that'll be. All right, change page. PJs. I want a shirt like that. How do I get a shirt like this? Well, okay, his hair is not gonna change for that. Maybe he'll take his glasses off for that. Earring can stay in. Can we talk about this shirt? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go with PJ's 1 and then PJ pants 1 because I like the colors. I want that shirt. All right, ooh, swimsuit. Okay, so pink, so blue, pink, blue. Okay. We'll go with blue because I think it complements his hair better than the pink. The pink does look good though. We're gonna go blue. I think it looks the best. Formal. Yep, I like this cool looking like pattern that he has. So change page. I think it goes back. Yep. All right. Oh wait, we cut his glasses off. Oh. Okay, so that doesn't change. I'm glad I saw it because Cove needs his glasses. Great. I think he looks pretty swell. So let's click done. And now I'm back into my avocado shirt. Here we go. The start of classes ended the relaxed, free days of summer. It didn't take long for you to get back into the swing of the school year routine. Schedules and homework became the new normal. Derek wasn't around nearly as much. With school and after-school activities, there weren't many opportunities for him to take the trip out to your neighborhood. Sometimes you'd hear that he was at a training camp or something like that, but you weren't always sure what he was up to. That's sad. But you still kept in touch over the phone as best you could. You kind of lost contact as time went on. We kept in touch on the phone. The Jeremy kid did disappear after that summer and no one ever heard from him again. Where he went or what he might be up to was a mystery. More summers came and went like the waves on the shore coming in and out. By the way, these backgrounds are beautiful as always. In your second year of high school, someone new started to visit Sunset Bird, a sunny girl named Terry Brooke. She was a friend Cove made due to them both being ocean obsessed. Terry was more than glad to befriend you too. Someone close to Cove had to be good company, she felt. You were pleased to get along with her as well. Terry was tight with another girl who you had known distantly from school for a long time, Miranda Eckert. You saw more and more of her as time went on, thanks to Terry and Miranda's own outreach. After a while, all of you developed a real friendship together. As for your home life, the Pumpernickels also had developments. Changing laws and public perception countrywide made it possible for your moms to openly wear their wedding rings without questions. Oh, so this is, I thought this was like in the past for sure because of like the kind of phones that they've had and stuff. Though they had a wedding years ago, it was only recently that the union was officially recognized everywhere in the US. That was a good day to say the least. Heck yes, I remember when this happened. Elizabeth came into her own and stopped being quite as irritable. She'd no longer worried about perceived childishness as she grew up for real. She didn't even mind being called Lizzie again, although most people used Liz. Oh, yay. She eventually graduated high school and moved out to attend college in another state. It was a lot for you to adjust to your older sister being gone. Liz never let you forget her role in your life, though, and kept in touch. Cove's relationships with his family improved over the years. Kyra visited several times after that summer, and things became easier between the two. He was also closer with his dad than ever before. You knew they talked more, and that helped prevent a lot of friction before it could start. And Cove only continued to open up to his parents and the rest of the world. He was so bright, he shone. Oh, Cove, yes! He would willingly join conversations, make jokes, and put in an effort not to use overly blunt phrasing. Did we do that? Did we help facilitate that? I feel like we did. Cove had shifted from preferring athletics to becoming more seriously studious as his schooling went on. No! I'm the studious one. Cove, you're the athlete dude. That's okay. That's all right. I think studious Cove is just as nice. Things had shifted between you and Cove. You had been friends for years, but the closer you became, the more you felt for him. You didn't view him in a purely platonic way anymore. It was strange to look back on it all. The future faded into your present, and then it was simply the past. That's a nice transition. Even the most fundamental parts of your life couldn't last forever. You felt that the most pointedly the day you inevitably graduated high school. It was over, and you would not be going back ever again. From now on, what came next was your choice. You would be directing your own life. That was where you were currently. The summer after school had ended. The first summer of true freedom. Oh man. What used to be a reprieve from the typical was now going to be your first step into adulthood. Okay. We're going straight into adulthood. Let's go. Good. One fine summer morning, you took in what had become a very special scene. The whole family having a meal together. Look at Liz. Oh my gosh, she's getting older. Your big sister Liz still hadn't lived at home full-time for a couple years, but she arrived last week to spend the season here since it was an off semester for her. She wanted to make sure she was in town because you had now also graduated high school. So who knew how much rarer these moments would become in the future? You watched on as Liz laughed good-naturedly over a comment Mom made. Her Elizabeth-only mindset had only been a phase. Nearly any nickname was welcomed at this point in her life. Strangely, even though she'd moved away, you later felt closer to her than you had in a long time. You idly scooped up more of your breakfast and chewed absent-mindedly. You were a vegetarian, you were a vegan, you were a pescatarian, you were a poyotarian, right? You were poyotarian, pollo like chicken. You were a picky eater. You generally ate whatever. Let's say we are still vegetarian. So I think what that means is we still like consume like milk and eggs and stuff like that. So we're not completely vegan, but we also don't eat like fish or chicken. I'm assuming that's what that is. I've never actually heard of that before. So yes, we are a vegetarian. And the meal you had reflected that. Your moms were happy to make food that fits your needs, along with dishes for themselves that didn't, though you often made your own food nowadays. But it wasn't only you who had a diet that excluded certain things, as Liz had been vegetarian for a while. Let's go, Liz! And they're getting older! Oh my goodness! Conversation had gone on idly without you fully taking in the words until your ears were peaked when Ma started on a bit of town gossip. And so that's how I heard the news. All right. Now stop burying the lead and tell us, what is this so-called news? Ma giggled as she cast a look across the table, satisfied that she had everyone's attention. Well, it turns out the Donalds won't be renting out the condo up the street as per Sunset Bird tradition, for the first time in what must be nearly 2 decades. A chorus of gasps and shocked expressions were had all around. After the initial shock, your eyebrows pinched. Ma may consider them by name, but you and Liz always viewed them as exclusively as the mean old couple, who would yell at anyone under 25 who crossed their paths. Are they okay? Are they alive? Your Ma continued on with the story, spreading strawberry jam over a piece of toast as she did so. They've decided not to take big trips anymore. Friends and family will be visiting them at their home. That's nice for them, then. Have a good summer. Mean grandparents with no grandkids away from us. That's a relief. It's kind of sad they can't travel anymore. I hope they're still okay, even if they are mean. My thoughts exactly, Liz. Finally, they can piss off. Fiery. You didn't have anything to comment on that development. We're going to say, I hope they're still okay, even if they are mean. They've had a very full life. It's nothing to sneeze at. And you be nice, Liz. You don't want to end up like them, do you? You and your sister cracked smiles at the joke. At least they won't be here to yell at my children anymore. Pff, Lonnie. And that blunt comment got laughter from all 3 of you. Engrossed in conversation once more, you continued to chat with your family until the meal was over. Here we go, step 3. 3rd time's the charm. What does that mean? 3rd time's the charm? Is it because I have a guilty conscience? I feel like it's telling me that I need to tell Cove about what his dad did. As it went, once the food was eaten, the cleanup had to be done. Liz took the role of washing the dishes and passed them to you for drying and putting away. You had a set of cups in front of you that needed to go on the top shelf of the cabinet. It was effortless to do so. You were very tall. The task was pretty straightforward for you. You were tall. You had to stretch, but it was doable. You were average height. It was a struggle to get them up without a stepping stool. You were short. A stepping stool was mandatory for you. You were very short. I'm gonna say we ended up growing a little bit taller, but I wouldn't say that we're tall. I'm gonna say that we're average height. That was simply your lot in life. You'd always hovered around the expected height for your age. Meh. You felt great about how things were. You hoped you might still grow more. You wished you had stopped growing earlier. You didn't think much about it. You didn't even know what to think about it. I think maybe we would hope to grow just a little bit more. Maybe just to be a little bit taller. Maybe that's how Jamie feels. That was an unpleasant thought for you because in the past it wasn't something that bothered you as much as it did now. Liz shook you out of your internal musing by starting up an impromptu conversation. She seemed to be voicing the thoughts that had been buzzing around in her own head. I have to say, going back for another semester this fall is pretty intimidating. You'd think after the first year or 2 I'd have a handle on things, but no. You stole a glance at her, still placing cups in the proper place. I guess it's only fair. My first round was pretty general classes, and year 1 of my architecture major was the basics. Oh, she's into architecture. Now it feels serious. I have to actually know some things. The laugh she gave was flippantly airy, but the way she scrubbed at the plates held more force than necessary. I know you can handle it. I think it's really cool you want to be an architect. That does sound hard. You simply shrugged. You merely listened to her venting. We're gonna say, I know you can handle it. How sweet of you to believe in me. Thanks. Aww. Your older sister's mouth quirked into a small smile. It'll be fine, one way or another. Oh, but I'm not trying to scare you away from college, if that's even your plan. What is going on with that, anyway? You've had a solid plan set for a long time. You came to a firm conclusion recently. You had kind of a general idea. You had absolutely no idea. You hadn't even let yourself think about it. It was too much. Let's do. We've had a solid plan set for a long time. I feel like Jamie already knows he kind of wants to go to school, if that gives us that option. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. You answered the question as much as you were able and willing to. Liz's smile grew more reassuring as you did. You made it through 12 years of full-time education already. You could make your ideas happen, I'm sure. Sometimes it still felt hard to believe your public schooling experience was over. In the end, you had graduated at the top of your class, you soared through with high marks, you had to work extremely hard, but were rewarded with great grades. You had been an average graduate, you struggled to reach the benchmarks but made it. You didn't try hard, but made it regardless. Do we want to be top of the class? Let's be top of the class. I've kind of made him kind of like not the best at lots of things, so yeah, let's give him this. Jamie, you graduated at the top of your class. And you were going to miss it, and you felt satisfied leaving it off there, and you were just glad it was truly behind you. You know, let's do, and we felt satisfied leaving off there. I think that makes sense. I think Jamie would probably miss it a little bit, not gonna lie, but I think he would just be happy and scared that the real world is happening. It had been a familiar and fulfilling part of your life, but you are ready to move on. Perfect. Liz picked up on the silence her question ended up creating. She decided it was time to make a closing statement on the topic. You're a good boy, Jamie. Do what's best for you, and we'll be here to back it up. Thanks, Liz. At that, Liz happily passed the final dish your way. She waved a soapy-soaked hand as a farewell and moved on to her next task for the cleanup job. You refocused on getting the last pieces put back where they belonged. You eventually moved on to a new chore, but that was interrupted by the sound of your cell phone. Cell phones! It was the phone's default ringtone. You had used a silly novelty song as the ringtone. I want to see what this phone looks like. You'd set one of your most beloved songs as your ringtone. The phone was set to just vibrate. Well, apparently we're really into music. Remember that? I remember that. I don't necessarily remember picking it, but I remember it being brought up. So we're going to put, it was either default or this one, and we're going to go here. You'd set one of your most beloved songs as your ringtone. You casually picked it up from the table where you had placed it earlier. The phone was a couple years old at this point, having been a 16th birthday gift from your parents. They decided which model to get, but you got to pick the color. It was... I can't remember what... Did we pick what our favorite color was? Let's pick my favorite color, green. And it was just a phone. You didn't do anything to decorate it. It had a special charm attached to it. This is like one of those phones. Remember when you could do that? You remember like when you have like those like huge brick phones and you can put the charm on it? We definitely have a charm. Is it a turtle? Can you put a turtle? Like to call that back? There it is! There it is! I knew it! The turtle keychain Cove bought you when you were a kid. A lantern based on the game Lake of Voices. A small shell, a crystal, a string of beads, a cat face, a musical note, a heart. So a cat face is really cute, but we're definitely going with that turtle. You were pleased when you finally had a prominent place to use the gift. The screen lit up as you gave the little device a swipe with one finger. You were informed by caller ID that it was Lee. You weren't surprised. Oh, let's see, can we see what she looks like? Despite having busier and busier lives and not living in the same town, you still had a good relationship with your cousin of the same age. Especially once the miracle of the both of you having your own phones actually happened. She got hers first, though. Tapping at the accept button, you answered her call. A familiar, bubbly voice came through right after. Oh! You guys, this is multifaceted. First of all, Leah's so freaking pretty, but that turtle keychain. I still want phones to be able to do that. Why did that stop? I don't know. Ugh. Hey, Jamie. Hiya. I trust I'm not interrupting anything major? Only some cleaning around the house. Oh, then you're welcome for my call. A distraction from that must have been desperately needed. Yes, thank you, dear cousin. Yes, hey, I love doing chores, you joked. I like cleaning, you protested earnestly. It's good to hear from you. Even though she couldn't see, you shook your head at that. Yes, thank you, dear cousin.
My pleasure.
It's my pleasure. She giggled, and you could hear the jangling of the jewelry she must be wearing. Nothing amazing is happening for me either. I'm bored and felt like chatting. My morning shift ended, so I'm free for the rest of the day. Woo! That's good. You were off from your part-time job today. You hadn't started working anywhere yet, so you couldn't relate. You hadn't started working anywhere yet, so you couldn't relate. Unlike you, Lee had started dipping her toes into the workforce as of late. It made keeping in touch frequently even more complicated, but you both managed. What about you? It's been pretty normal. Cool. That's you then. So, how's Mr. Cove Holden doing? God, her face. There was a teasing bent to her tone. She was never willing to let up on what was going on between the two of you. But that name was incredibly familiar to your ears. Cove, your next door neighbor for the past decade at this point. The two of you were close, that was all you could think on it. He was your best friend, at least you hadn't admitted you felt more than just that yet. He was an important friend, but you secretly hoped he'd tell you he felt more than that. He was someone you had affection for, but you didn't want to take the relationship further. But he was far more than just someone who lived on the same street, and he was your boyfriend. Oh man, so we can just go there. Ooh, which one do we want to do? I'm caught between these two. He was your best friend, at least you hadn't admitted you felt more than that just yet. Someday, you thought, someday he'd know exactly how much he really meant to you. Yeah, that is perfect. Are you even surviving without the boy being 10 feet away at all times? Or is everything right with the world again and he's back? No, Lee, he isn't here. Just like he wasn't here yesterday, or the last time you asked, or the time before that.
Sorry.
Aw, my bad. Can you blame me? Doesn't it seem like he should have made his grand return already? Plus, I want to visit soon, and he needs to be there too. You could understand where she was coming from. This was certainly outside the norm. For the past couple months, and the last few weeks especially, Cove had been going to his mom's place in Nevada. The two of you still regularly stayed in contact over text and calls, but still, your mind began to drift back in time to all the prior trips he'd taken to visit her. Almost every year he'd have to go away for a while, and then he'd be back. It made you sad and lonely when it happened. You never minded it. It was kind of nice to have breaks away from each other. You weren't a fan, but made do. It was just shitty. I love how we turned into adult Jamie, and now, like, the the more mature words are coming out now. I love it. It upsets you, your younger self worried about him leaving for good. Oh, how would Jimmy feel about this? I think it would make him sad and lonely. I think you weren't a fan but made do is like another close call. But I do think at this point it would make Jamie sad and lonely that he had to leave. You sent him letters the entire time he was away. Your mom's helped you ship out care packages to him and his mom. You gave him special treasures to take with him before he left. You kept an eye on his house for him while he wasn't there. You were incapable of doing anything until he was back. I don't know if we could send letters, but your mom's helped you ship out care packages to him and his mom sounds really cute, so that's what we're going to do. It was always full of really great stuff. He sent you regular letters in return. That's how it was in the past, but lately he had been trying to see her as much as he could before taking long trips to another state became too impractical to do so. His part-time work could become full-time soon, or he could be moving somewhere else for school. Cove hadn't actually been entirely clear what his plans were after graduation. Cove was hesitant to speak on that, even with you. It couldn't be avoided forever, though. You both knew that. Ahem. Maybe we should switch this up to a non-Cove related topic? Sounds like a plan. The rest of the conversation rolled on. Not much longer, though. Lee had to go, and you needed to finish your responsibilities around the house. The both of you exchanged goodbyes, then you went back to what you'd been working on before the call came in. As you wrapped up the last of your chores, you were approached by Liz wearing a cheeky smile. Alright, so that's where we're gonna end this episode on a little bit of a sad downer note because Cove isn't here, but yeah, we're gonna find out. Hopefully he comes back soon so we can say hello. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, give me one of those thumbs ups and leave a comment down below on your thoughts and feelings about what all is happening. There's so much happening, so much is changing. Like, I love these in-between sections like this because you get to see how everyone grows and stuff too. So it's really cool. I love seeing like the fresh new looks and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, if you want to keep seeing more, hit that subscribe button. I really, really appreciate it. Bye!